Which villain was the most lethal in the Jurassic Park / World franchise? I'm gonna be ranking them least lethal to most lethal. Let's get this bread. Unfortunately, in last place, it's gonna be the Indoraptor. As cool as the Indoraptor was, it really is feetless. It has like one body in the entire film, and ultimately got its ass handed to it by Blue. Now listen, on paper, this thing is supposed to be one of the most lethal predators of all time, but it just didn't show that in this movie. That's why it's the lowest on this list for the main Jurassic villains. Next, I'm gonna have to go with Rexy. Yeah, it's weird seeing Rexy on this list because you're thinking, oh, isn't she supposed to be like a good guy now? Well, she wasn't always a good guy, and technically she's just an animal. She's not really a good or bad guy, she's just neutral. Now, she did wreak havoc because she was crazy when she was going after those humans, but eventually she saved the day and became the queen of Jurassic Park, making her less lethal against the humans. I have to clarify because for some reason when I make these lists, people think that I'm saying lethal as in lethal to everything. No, I mean lethal specifically to the humans, just to the humans. Next is going to be the Jurassic Park Raptors. These guys caused havoc. From here on, they're all crazy. Big One made sure to get a body in the first 5 minutes of the film. He was on that timing. Next, we have the Jurassic Park 3 Raptors. I feel like if there was more humans, there would have been more bodies because their coordination was crazy. They set traps, they were talking to each other. By far, in my opinion, the scariest raptors I've ever seen on screen. Due to the lack of bodies they have, they're this low on the list. Not low at all, but still lower than the others. Next, we have the Lost World Raptors. Now, like I said before, numbers really mean something in this list. Since there were more humans, they had a lot more bodies. I mean, people were getting picked off left and right. It was a feeding frenzy, making them one of the most lethal antagonists in the Jurassic series. Next, we have Buck and Doe. Also a game of numbers. They hunted an entire campsite down, eating people, gaining the most bodies that any T-Rexes have ever gained in the Jurassic series. But at the end of the day, they were just protecting their baby. They're still lethal. Parents are fucking lethal. Second place, we have the Spinosaurus. Do I even really need to glaze this guy anymore? From the moment he got on screen to off screen, there was a presence that was felt. Personally, one of the most nightmarish dinosaurs, if not the most nightmarish dinosaur in the Jurassic series for me. But still doesn't make it number one because that number one spot goes to Indominus Rex easily. Indominus Rex, from the moment that it was born to the end of its life, it was literally fighting and killing things off for sport, not even for just eating, for sport. Nearly clearing an entire island by itself in 24 hours. When we think of villain in the Jurassic series, we always think of the Indominus Rex. For the Raptors, but mostly the Indominus Rex. That was my list of the most lethal main Jurassic villains of all time. Comment down below and tell me your list.